I count it a great privilege to know Will Hart and have known him for about 7 years. When I first met him, it was because a mentor of his had told me that 80% of the people that he was praying for in Paraguay were being healed. And this mentor, who was an older man, had said, I've taught him everything I know how to teach him, and he needs to come under you. So that's how I met Will. And he was a great servant heart, got a great anointing, a great heart, not just a servant heart, but he got a heart of compassion. And he's got wisdom well beyond his age. And I'm just very, very thankful that I can say that I count him an associate evangelist of our ministry. Several years ago, I sent Will on a mission trip to lead a team for me, he and his wife, Moosey, and it was to help Heidi Baker. Heidi again called me back and said, Randy, I need Will and Moosey. Will you give them to me? And I asked them if they would be willing to go, and I said, if you want to go, I'll release you to go, and they did, and they spent 3 years there serving Heidi in just a lot of amazing things happened in Will's life. And then another situation I think of, it was an amazing thing that happened with Will, was a leading evangelist doing a large crusade with hundreds of thousands of dollars have been spent in Thailand. He couldn't get his visa to get out of the country. Called me and asked me if I would go. I actually could not go, but I said, and I knew Will had a heart, real burden for Thailand, and so I said, I know someone who will, and would be willing to. And when Will went, even though Henry had never heard him or seen him, on my recommendation, he had him come. And it's supposed to be one night, but Henry never could get out. Will had the whole meeting. Buddhist monks, leaders of the monastery were healed. Paralysis was healed. Blindness was healed. The national television came out and videoed. I concur with what I've heard others say, including Bill Johnson, that Will has this real gift of courage, and gift of faith and gift of courage. And he's gone in some places and preached to in the most dangerous area in the world, in Congo, where there were militants and rebels, and he just spoke to a whole company of soldiers. And I saw the pictures where they laid down their guns and they accepted the Lord and they're crying. He's just an amazing man with passion, courage, faith, and wisdom. So I just, one time I was preaching in India, I got all choked up because I was thinking about how that you want your children, spiritual children and real children, your biological children, to be more than you. And he was there and I was watching him, and I said, Will already surpassed me. When it comes to the area of courage, he's done things that I really don't have the courage to do. And I'm grateful that in him I see what Bill Johnson has said about he wants our floor to be our ceiling to be the floor of the next generation coming. And I really know that in Will that's going to be true in my life.